with the penalty false start out of position and having Max being Max, calling it straight away on the radio as well. The thing with Lando as well, going back to the qualifying as well, it's so much of a roller coaster with him. 1 minute, obviously, when he has a good qualifying, you can really see his demeanor change. And then, obviously, taking this weekend, for example, like the short one words, being very blunt, it's not sustainable as well for his career. Like, obviously, we know that drivers are going to have bad days. Some days are not going to be good. Some days are going to be really good. But the thing is, the night and day between different weekends, it's not mentally sustainable for him, but also for potentially fans or sponsors or people in general wanting to watch the sport because it just does not make it as enjoyable to watch. I mean, but his actual race, don't get me wrong, obviously we mentioned with the 5 second penalty as well, which was obviously deserved. It was weird as well because it was saying, is it going to be another 5 second? Because it was like one out position and then one for a false start. But luckily, it was only just a single 5 second penalty. And then towards the last couple of laps, battling with Charles, going back and forth as well. With how it ended, P3, it could have actually been P2, actually, if you really think about it, because obviously you have the investigation with George Russell surrounding the DRS, and people were saying, even the commentators were saying that's going to be a 5 second, maybe even a 10 second penalty. It could have been a good McLaren one, too. Going overall as well, like it's what the constructors need. McLaren needs as a constructors. The drivers' championship, obviously, it's still getting close, and now Oscar coming up into the mix. But the thing is, it is very soon and early on. But this is where consistency and also potentially taking risk will matter at the end of the season as well. So comparing their demeanors both between Oscar and Lando as well, it is very not subtle, very night and day as well because that's again the difference of being like probably extroverted versus introverted as well, where we see obviously Oscar being very subdued in his responses, even when he's had a great win like this one, winning over 15 seconds compared to George in P2. So looking forward to these next couple of races as well. I think that's going to also distinguish where McLaren could see which of the drivers is probably the better opportunity for the drivers championship, but for the constructors, they're absolutely crushing it already.
Yeah, they are absolutely crushing it. I mean, the gap that they have between them and Mercedes, who are in second place, is now nearly 60 points. In fact, if you add Mercedes and Red Bull's points together, you'd only just get McLaren's. That's how much they are in charge of the constructors. But in the drivers, it is tight. It is very, very competitive. Obviously, the two McLaren guys at the top. Norris 3 points ahead of Oscar Piastri. But Max Verstappen, despite being down in sixth place during this Grand Prix, he's still in the frame very much in third place, just 8 points off the lead. And we can't discount George Russell, and we'll talk a bit about George Russell as well. Another very excellent second place.